Thunder's Mouth Theatre presents Am I Old Yet? A screwball coming-of-age comedy with a difference. This is episode 8, bit of a kerfuffle, in which Helen finally gets to wear the one-off Balenciaga ball gown to a grand do at the Savoy Hotel. Enjoy.
Hello, Mom. It's Janie. We're just pulling in now, so are you ready?
Oh, Janie, yes, I'm almost ready. I just can't pull the flipping zip up at the back here, but that's all it needs. Just come on up. I'll leave the door. Just come on in and zip me up and off we go.
All right, see you soon.
Mom, your hair. It's so different. I hardly recognize you. And the dress. Oh, you look stunning.
Who, me? It's ridiculous. What is this, Fancy me wearing this fabulous. Still have no idea what it's all about. Who or what? Oh, I tell you one thing. Remember that woman, I had a coffee with when I was up in Lancashire?
Yes, I do. Her name was Mary.
Yes, well, I found out who she is. She's Mary Hadfield.
What? You mean the Minister for Climate Change?
Yes, that's her. Yeah.
Oh, and how did you find out?
Well, she was on the One Show on telly last night. They were promoting this environmental philanthropy awards thingy that we're going to. She's going to be there. What would you say, coincidence or what?
Yes, indeed. And, oh, what a beautiful brooch. Do you know what it is?
Oh, yes, it's a Mazarine blue butterfly. Pretty much extinct in this country.
Oh, that's a shame. It's lovely. Looks so real. Right, well, we'd better get moving. Now, where is Hermes? I thought you said he was coming with you. Does he have a ticket? Does he need a lift?
Oh, you could say that. But it's all been arranged. Don't worry about it.
Oh, all right then. Well, John's downstairs waiting for us, so come on, you go ahead. I'll lock up.
Thank you, darling. I've nowhere to put the keys anyway.
And now we go over to our London reporter, Josie Harkins, who's waiting to see the guests arriving at the Savoy Hotel for the 2023 Environmental Philanthropist of the Year Awards. Are they starting to arrive yet, Josie?
Yes, Heather. The limousines are lining up and the first guests are beginning to make their way into the beautiful foyer here at the Savoy.
Now, there's been a terrific lot of action over on social media about this event, hasn't there, Josie? Most of the government's cabinet ministers are going to be there.
Yes, apparently this award is something dear to their hearts. But there is also a lot of talk about some mysterious surprise guests with potentially superhuman connections.
Oh, yes, I've seen that. Well, it's been hard to avoid these past few days, hasn't it?
Well, they've definitely ramped up the security here. I think the hotel are taking precautions, but I don't see any police presence. So I guess they aren't taking reports of the supernatural activism all that seriously.
Well, that's understandable.
Oh, I can see Mr. Deji Gomez. He's the chair of the British Nigerian Research Group. Oh, and there's his wife, Shola. Excuse me, Mr. Gomez. Josie Harkins, BBC World Service. Congratulations on the nomination. You must be pleased to have your philanthropic work recognised.
Yes, indeed. It is an honour to be nominated. We've all been working very hard to ensure that these indigenous African plant species are returned to their country of origin. Excuse me. Nice to talk to you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, and I can see the Minister for Climate Change, Mary Hatfield, just arriving. She is also Deputy Chair of the Conservative County Women's Council. Good evening, Miss Hatfield. Josie Harkins, BBC World Service. Are you looking forward to handing out the award this evening?
Good evening, Josie. Yes, it's going to be a huge pleasure. We have 3 very worthy nominees, all demonstrating astonishing generosity in funding these research programs.
Oh, and a lot of your Conservative county women are attending as well, some of them wives of cabinet ministers. So this is a pretty high-powered gathering this evening. Do you mind if I ask, are you concerned at all about the report of potential interference in the event from superhuman beings?
Not in the slightest. They're all very welcome if they'd like to join us in honouring these generous philanthropists. Oh, Tanya, lovely to see you. How was the flight?
You head on in, Mum. I won't be long.
Righto.
Josie Harkins, BBC World Service. You're here for the ceremony?
Oh, yes.
And do you have a favourite?
A favourite? What for?
For the award, who do you think will win?
Well, hopefully the planet. Oh, so you're Josie Harkins?
Yes, and you are?
Oh, somebody else. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you, I think. Oh, you too.
I must say, you're looking very glamorous tonight.
Thank you. And congratulations on the nomination for your charity.
Yes, it's quite a thrill just to be nominated. To have the trust work acknowledged, you know?
What do you reckon your chances are?
Oh, 1 in 3, I'd say.
Yes, of course. It's all pretty wonderful, the work of all 3 of the organisations.
I quite fancy the fossil beaches people for the win myself. So unusual and timely.
But then so is your work.
I know.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to interrupt. I do hope you don't think I'm rude, but I have to ask. Where did you get that dress? Oh, it was a gift from some friends.
Good evening, Mary.
Deji, oh, sorry. I didn't realise it was you. Congratulations on the nomination.
Thank you. May I introduce my friend Helen Doherty?
Oh, Helen. Oh, I didn't recognise you. I was so taken with seeing my mother's ball gown. You look so different. It's me, Mary, from Lancashire. Yes, I remember you. Quite recovered? Oh, yes, I bounced back pretty easily.
Oh, you two have met already?
Helen saved my life. Well, somehow she came to my rescue just after I almost had a fatal accident. But please, the dress. Look, it was a gift. Some friends. They found it in the charity shop and decided I should wear it here for this special event. Well, I'm glad you did. It was my mother's. It's wonderful to see it again after all these years. We lost track of it after she died, and her things got moved around and packed away. She wore it to her coming out ball. Oh, she was a debutante. How wonderful. Do they still do that? Oh, yes, indeed. The Queen Charlotte's Ball every year. And oh, what a beautiful butterfly brooch. Mazarine blue, isn't it? So realistic. Yes. Oh, I'd better go. Enjoy your evening.
Let's find our table, shall we?
Here you are, Mum.
Oh,
Champagne.
lovely.
Have you noticed the statues? Aren't they interesting? Any idea who they are?
I suspect they are representative of the Greek pantheon, from ancient Greek mythology.
Really? Well, that's interesting, isn't it, Mum?
What? Oh, yes, the statues.
Are they always here in the dining room?
No, I believe it was something the event consultants came up with. They thought it would make an interesting contribution to the evening.
Quite a coincidence, don't you think, Mum?
Uh-huh.
How do you mean, Janie?
Oh, I was just thinking about the chatter on social media about a superhuman intervention in the awards ceremony. Do you know which of the gods they are?
I assume the gentleman with the 3-headed dog would be Hades with Cerberus.
Yes, and the woman with the young girl is Demeter with Persephone.
But no Hermes. Mom, shouldn't he be there too? Oh, did you see that?
What?
The other one with the bow and arrow. She winked at me.
I didn't see that.
Nor me. You must have imagined it.
I don't think so. Oh, there's
I see
John.
what you mean, Janie. She almost seems to be looking around. What an amazing sculpture. So realistic.
Sorry it took so long. Parking, hey? Look, I'll just get a drink. Can I get anyone anything?
We're fine, thank you, darling. You'd better hurry, they're starting to serve the food. Where's Shola?
She's catching up with some friends over there.
Everyone, good evening. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Right then. Good evening and welcome to this, the 10th annual UK Philanthropist of the Year Award. I do hope you enjoyed the meal and you've all been very patient. But now I'd like to invite the Right Honourable Jonas Sillily, Secretary of State for the Environment and Food Production, to introduce the nominees.
Lord, not him.
Jonathon.
Well,
I agree with Jonathon. This is going to be interesting.
That was A Bit of a Kerfuffle, Episode 8, Part 1 of Season 7. And yes, this whole award ceremony proved to be such a big deal that I've had to split it over 2 parts, so Part 2 will be available next week. In this episode, you heard Frances Broudie Oldridge as Josie Harkins, Tayo Aluko as Deji Gomez, John Warner as Jonathon, and me, Floyd Kennedy, as everybody else. The music is composed and performed by John T LaBarbera from his album In the Labyrinth. I'd like to say a huge big thank you to Margie Brownash, our company patron, as we're nearing the end of this season, and also, of course, to Scott, Roderick and Joanna, our Patreon patrons. As you know, it's such a help when you click like, subscribe or follow in your podcasting apps, because that helps other people to find it and hopefully join our band of loyal listeners. You can also drop a review or a comment at the website, amioldjet.com/reviews. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. That's an order.